This video explains how to calibrate the torque indicator on a DBS L-type primary reducer. The L-type primary reducer is one of 5 reducer options offered by DBS. The distinguishing feature of this design is the digital torque indicator. The torque is measured using a load cell, meaning there are no moving parts. This design also has alarm and cutoff switches and a shear pin to provide protection of the drive unit. Proper calibration of the indicator is important to ensure the drive operates within its rated capabilities. Calibrating the torque meter requires it to be energized. Wire and energize the torque meter per manual instructions while following all proper safety protocols. DBS will provide a drive calculation sheet in the operation and maintenance manual for each drive unit. This sheet will provide the specific calibration information for your drive unit. The 2 numbers you will need are located under the Special Features section. The first is the amount of torque you will need to apply to the torque meter during calibration. The second is the value that will be displayed on the digital indicator when the torque meter reads the applied torque. This value will be different for each drive unit. Refer to your DBS O&M manual to obtain the specific calibration information for your drive unit prior to setting up the calibration procedure. For this procedure, you will need a 3/4 inch pipe of at least 36 inch length, a rope of at least 25 pound pull strength, a pulley, and a 25 pound weight. If you do not have one or more of these materials, you may be able to improvise. For example, a breaker bar or sturdy broomstick can replace the 3/4 inch pipe. You will also need a second person available to help with the calibration process. To set up the calibration procedure, insert the pipe into the 2 lugs located behind the indicator. If your drive unit is built for clockwise rotation, insert the pipe from the left side of the indicator. If your drive unit is built for counterclockwise rotation, insert the pipe from the right side. Secure one end of the rope to the 25 pound weight. Secure the other end of the rope 20 inches from the closest lug, which is 2 feet from the center of the torque box. On the faceplate of the indicator, there are 4 buttons: Menu, Next, Scroll Up, and Enter. To begin the calibration process, you will need to set the indicator to calibration mode. Press the Menu button once, and then press the Enter button to enter the setup mode. Press the Scroll Up button 3 times. Press the Enter button to enter the program mode. Press the Scroll Up button once, and press the Enter button to enter calibration mode. The display on the screen should now read INP1. This means that the calibration program is looking for a rest state set point signal. Ensure that no torque or other outside forces are applied to the load cell, as any interference will skew the calibration. Press the Enter button to tell the program to collect the signal from the load cell. The screen will blink 3 times to show that the signal is being collected, and it will display DIS1 when the signal is stored. Press the Enter button to confirm the value you want the screen to display when the load cell reads the stored signal. For the rest state set point, the display should read all zeros. Press the Enter button to confirm the setting. The display on the screen should now read INP2. This means that the calibration program is looking for the active state set point signal. Ensure that the setup of your pipe, rope, and weight has not shifted. Place the pulley on the rope between the pipe and the weight. Hold the pulley so that it is in line horizontally and perpendicular with the pipe. Pull the pulley toward yourself, lifting the weight slightly off the floor. The weight does not have to be held very high, just enough to ensure that the entire weight is being supported by the rope alone. Hold that position as stable as possible for the next few steps of the calibration. While you are holding the pulley and weight constant, have a second person press the buttons on the torque display for you. Press the Enter button to tell the program to collect the signal from the load cell. The screen will again blink 3 times to show that the signal is being collected, and it will display DIS2 when the signal is stored. You may now release the weight to rest back on the floor. Press the Enter button to enter the value you want the screen to display when it reads the stored signal. Refer to the calculation sheet in your O&M manual for the calibration torque display value. Starting from the leftmost digit of the display, use the Scroll Up button to increase the value, and use the Next button to select the correct digit and move to the next one. Repeat until all digits have been selected. Once the display matches the value on the calculation sheet, press the Enter button to confirm the setting. Press the Menu button to go back to the main display. It is important to test the calibration of the indicator to make sure the procedure was done correctly. Simply reapply the calibration torque by pulling back on the pulley to lift the weight. If the display shows the value you entered, then the calibration is correct. Otherwise, you will need to repeat the procedure. One common mistake that can be made during calibration is inserting the pipe into the 2 lugs from the wrong direction. This can result in a negative display value during operation. Verify that your setup is correct for the direction of rotation of your drive unit and repeat the calibration procedure. More information on our products can be found at dbsmfg.com. If you have any additional questions, you can email our engineering team at engineer@dbsmfg.com or call 404-768-2131.